Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome. I'd like to take this opportunity to formally welcome you all here this afternoon to Headley Venue and Golf Club. It's actually my first time coming here as well. It's absolutely gorgeous, so a warm welcome. My name is Carissa, my colleague with me today is Gillian, and we're both registrars for the City of Bradford Metropolitan District Council, and it really is a great pleasure to be with you all here today to help celebrate Matthew and Rachel's marriage. Now, just before I begin, there are a few things that I would like to ask of everyone. If anyone does have a phone, which I'm sure is everybody, could you just make sure that it's popped onto silent for the duration of the ceremony? And for those of you with cameras, phones included, can I just ask politely that you don't take any pictures throughout the ceremony itself, just because it can be a bit distracting for our official photographer and also for our bride and groom, and I have it on good authority that Matthew is a little bit nervous. As will Rachel be, I'm sure, but you will get plenty of opportunity at the end of today's ceremony when a hopefully much more relaxed and relieved couple will be sitting down to sign the legal paperwork, and you can come forward to take their photographs at that point. We will, however, just allow the official photographer today to do his first. So ladies and gentlemen, the moment we have all been waiting for, especially Matthew, and she is well worth the wait. She looks absolutely stunning. Rachel is now ready to make her entrance. So ladies and gentlemen, could I invite you all please to stand for the arrival of the bride. Ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to take your seats, thank you. Now, as long as you've got one seat for David on the end. Are you guys all right standing up with me? Yeah, you'll be fine. So ladies and gentlemen, we're all here today to witness Matthew and Rachel's marriage, and I know that it means a great deal to both of them that you are all here to share in their happiness on this very special occasion, although it seems that not everybody's quite that happy about it. But before I go any further, I do have a very important question to ask of all of you, that if any person here present knows of any lawful reason why this marriage should not take place, that they now declare it. So David, do you give your beautiful daughter Rachel in marriage to Matthew?
I do.
Lovely, sir. If you'd like to take your seat at the front there, thank you. And Rachel, if you just next a little bit this way, and Matthew, as close as you can get to your beautiful bride with that gorgeous dress. Absolutely. So ladies and gentlemen, today as part of Matthew and Rachel's ceremony, they have chosen 3 readings. Now I'd now like to invite Maria to do the first of our readings today.
Hi everybody. Albert Einstein on relativity.
Gravitation cannot be responsible for people falling in love. How on earth can you explain in terms of chemistry and physics so important a biological phenomenon as love? Put your hand on a stove for a minute and it seems like an hour. Sit with that special someone for an hour and it seems like a minute. That's relativity.
Thank you, Maria. So Matthew and Rachel, marriage is a desire by two people to share themselves and their experiences with one another, a willingness to accept each other for who they are. Marriage means making a commitment to developing cooperation, friendship and mutual respect. It calls for honesty, for patience and most definitely humour. Now, marriage is where each partner cares for the other, supporting them in all that they do. It demands courage, the courage to grow and to change, and the courage to tackle together the tasks of everyday living. Now, marriage also means closeness, yet distance. The closeness of a couple growing together, yet the distance to allow each partner to be an individual. Now, a good partner in such a marriage will be loving, be caring, and above all, a best friend. So it is here in this spirit that Matthew and Rachel are now before me, wishing to affirm their relationship with marriage, which according to the law of this country is the union of two people voluntarily entered into for life, to the exclusion of all others. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before we go any further, and it's Matthew and Rachel's turn, I'd now like to invite Rachel to stand and do the second of our two readings. Now, if you'd like to turn, because Rachel's going to do it from where she is, that's lovely.
On your wedding day, Rachel and Matthew. Good luck, congratulations, best wishes, cheers, well done. The future's full of promise and it's only just begun. You're starting on a journey, a new exciting life, together as a partnership, as husband and as wife. Adventures, thrills and choices are waiting just for you. The road ahead will have some turns, perhaps a bump or two. But you'll be strong together, you'll come through every test. Your love will deepen week by week. Be happy, all the best.
Well done, Rachel. Now, Matthew and Rachel, it's your turn, because I'm going to ask you each to declare that you do not know any lawful reason why you may not be joined together as husband and wife. And the good news is, Matthew, that you get to go first. So, in that and repeat these words after me. I declare that I know of no legal reason why I, Matthew Simon K, may not be joined in marriage. May not be joined in marriage. To Rachel Louise Begg. Isn't the word perfect? It's halfway there now. Rachel, deep breath when you're saying words. I declare that I know of no legal reason why I, Rachel Louise Begg, may not be joined in marriage to Mathew Simon K. So Matthew and Rachel, today you have quite literally surrounded yourselves with those whom you love the most. You have invited them all here today to receive their encouragement and support, and to help celebrate with you both at this very special time. And Matthew, I am first going to ask you, in the presence of everyone here assembled, will you take Rachel to be your wife? Will you comfort her through life's sorrow and pain? Rejoice with her through life's good times? And above all, Matthew, remain true to only her for the rest of your lives together. And Rachel, will you take Matthew to be your husband? Will you comfort him through life's sorrow and pain? Rejoice with him through life's good times, and above all, remain true to only him for the rest of your lives together.
I will.
So So ladies and gentlemen, we've now reached the most important part of today's ceremony, where I'm going to ask our bride and groom to say to one another the words that form the contract of their marriage, and also to exchange wedding rings, which is a traditional way of sealing the contract that they're about to make. Now, the wedding ring is an unbroken circle without beginning or end. It will symbolise everlasting love and is an outward sign of the lifelong promise and continuing commitment that you have chosen to make with each other here today. So, Alfie, all ready with the rings. So, the first one we need is Auntie Rachel, so if you just pull that should come off. Perfect. And you will have to pass it to Matthew for me. Matthew, can you manage? We've trapped poor Alfie in the corner here, so that's lovely. And then you stay with that one. So if you'd like to take Rachel's left hand and place that ring onto Rachel's wedding finger, pushing it all the way down to the bottom. And then once you know it's firmly in place, I'd like you to turn a little bit more just to face one another fully. It's these words, Matthew, you're going to repeat after me just as before, but this time most definitely saying them to your beautiful bride. I give you this ring.
I give you this ring
as a symbol of my love and commitment.
as a symbol of my love and commitment.
And I, Matthew.
And I, Matthew.
And I, Matthew.
And I, Matthew.
Take you, Rachel.
Take you, Rachel.
To be my wedded wife.
Be my wedded
From this day forward.
wife. From this day forward,
It is my promise
it is my promise
that I will share with you
that I will share with you
all that I have
all that I have
and all that I am. I will honour you
I will honour you
and care for you,
and care for you.
and we will be as one.
We will be as one.
Our love and our friendship
Our love and our friendship
will last forever.
will last forever.
Alfie, if you'd like to pass Matthew's ring to Auntie Rachel for me. That's lovely, wonderful. And Rachel, if you'd like to place that ring onto your groom's wedding finger and pushing it all the way down to the bottom and keeping a tight hold of his hands. Very delicately done that, Rachel. He's got fingers knuckle there.
Dislocate finger.
Oh, that's it. It's not going to come off though, is it? That's it. Keep tight hold of his hand, Rachel. You ready? I give you this ring.
I give you this ring
As a symbol of my love and commitment.
as a symbol of my love and commitment.
And I, Rachel,
And I, Rachel,
take you, Matthew,
take you, Matthew,
to be my wedded husband.
to be my wedded husband.
From this day forward,
From this day forward,
it is my promise
it is my promise
that I will share with you
that I will share with you
all that I have
all that I have
and all that I am.
and all that I have.
I will honour you
I will honour you
and care for you,
and care for you,
and we will be as one.
and we will be as one.
Our love and our friendship
Our love and our friendship
will last forever. So, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us very nicely on to the last of our 3 readings today, and I'd like to invite Matthew to do that for us. Thank you, Matthew.
Thank you. Before I start, I'd just like to say this could perhaps be the strangest wedding reading you've ever heard. Rachel got in touch with me a few weeks back and asked me to do a reading today. I was then in isolation, a little bit bored, so cobbled a few words together, meant for a bit of fun. But Rachel, being Rachel, said she loved it and wanted me to read it out today, so here it goes. It's called Rachel and Matty and the Dancing Fish.
It's a cracker.
Rachel and Matty met, the love was clear to see. We worked in a kids' home, we were mostly chatting and drinking tea. The love soon blossomed as they went out for meals, but beyond their wildest dreams, imagine they could not, that one evening while sharing a dish, that on their way home they would encounter a fish. Dance with me, Rachel, you ought to dancing fish. No, said Rachel, I don't dance with fish. Dance with me, Matty, you ought to dancing fish. No, said Matty, I don't dance with fish, even if you are a dancing fish. Swiftly together they ran from the cod. Did that just happen, they ponder? Oh my God. They made their way home under the full moon, and when they arrived, they danced in the front room. Sorry, it's got a bit there. To Paul Young. That's what threw me. At the end of the dancing, Rachel looked worried. Matty said, I think it's best we keep this fishy tail buried. After all that, they both felt quite harried, so they did the right thing and decided to get married.
Thank you, that was brilliant. Don't think I can beat that now. That's it now. So, Matthew and Rachel, you have now both made the declarations required by law. You have made a solemn and a binding contract with one another in the presence of your family and friends, and these vows today have been symbolised by the giving and the accepting of wedding rings. Now, this day forms a milestone in both your lives, and I'm sure that everyone you have invited here today hopes that you look back upon it with love and with happiness as the start of your new life together, and that the feelings of love that you so obviously have for one another will only strengthen and grow throughout the years to come. For Matthew and Rachel, it gives me very great pleasure to pronounce you husband and wife. Right, so ladies and gentlemen, a hopefully much more relaxed bride and groom are now going to come and take a seat to sign the legal paperwork along with our witnesses today. It will only take a couple of minutes. I think we're going to do it here usually. Yeah, lovely. So we're going to bring you around to this one. Our official photographer, I'm sure you're going to want to come and take some pictures, so we'll give you the nod. Yeah, so you're ready. Now then, Rachel. What I'll do, I'm going to let Rachel actually get Rachel there first, and Matthew will bring you. It's a bit tight, so you come round this way, Rachel.
I'll bring that way for Rachel.
Right now, Matthew.
Sit next to your wife.
Why? Oh, is it? Is it Jimmy? You gonna hold his hand? Let's go to see you. Hold your hand. Hold your hands. Don't hold my hand.
We have the witnesses as well.
Hold our hands out.
Witnesses, please come inside.
Thank you. You going to room with you? You going? What did you make?
Whilst the witnesses here, we're just going to get them to sign, and then we'll invite everyone else to take some pictures as a group, and then we'll just have
What now? You're a big girl, are you? What's this Appa? Appa, sweet girl. He's good. How you doing?
This one here.
Come on then. All right. Hey, Posh. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, if anyone would like to come forward and take pictures, you're most welcome.
Come on, then. Oh. Oh, Ainsley.
Jimmy Carr.
Who is
Oh, girl, it's about your dress.
You're right with me.
Love your dress.
Give it a break. Give it grandma.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow.
Wowee.
What is it?
Thank you.
Just let him. I'll let him. Be careful next to that camera. Alfie, just be careful.
Come here.
Wait a minute. Go on then.
That's a Rachel. Full Bobby.
Sincere congratulations to both of you. It was lovely to Ladies and gentlemen, if I could just have your attention for the last few moments. That does bring us to the I haven't even had a drink, I swear, honestly. That brings us to the conclusion of today's ceremony. I do hope you all enjoyed it. I have absolutely no doubt at all that you're all going to go on to enjoy the rest of today's celebrations with Matthew and Rachel. So all that remains is to invite you all to stand and give a huge round of applause for the new Mr. and Mrs. K.